interview that was done by Wicknell Chivayo yesterday, seemingly praising retired General Chiwenga, although according to me, that was not necessarily a praise, but to actually give life to what has been spoken by individuals like Temba Mliso. I don't think he was praising him. But well, it's not my views that always see the light of the day, and I appreciate that as a person. According to Jealous Mawarire, he is of the view that Wicknell Chivayo and Mnangagwa, they are under pressure to mend deteriorating relations between them, as well as also the second in command in the Zimbabwean politics, that is retired General Chiwenga. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So this is what Jealous Mawarire has written, and I will go straight to it. He was responding to another fellow, I think, who posted, that is Kudzai Mutisi, and who had actually tagged, including other people, Jealous Mawarire, giving an impression that they are always lying, that they are there is I mean, there are no good relations that exist between Zwikananda's Chiwenga and Mnangagwa, and this is what prompted him to give us a long response. He says Tumbuzenene's message, Tumbuzenene in this regard is referring to Wicknell Chivayo, most probably because he is actually fat. It says Tumbuzenene's message should be directed at you, since you are the one who has been attacking VP Chiwenga and calling for his dismissal. And he is simply saying, Kudzai Mutisi, this message comes straight to you. You know, I've always said that most of these barakashis, by virtue of reducing themselves as bootlickers, they have endangered their lives. It will take them, some years to actually try and amend this. He goes on to say, as for me, my reading is that Tumbuzenene and ED are under pressure to mend relations with General Chiwenga, hence that charade of an interview. That Tumbuzenene fella actually exposed himself big time, and also that's the aspect that has been depicted by Jealous Mawarire. He says he confessed he went to his apostolic sect looking for Muteuro to carry favors with president. That is a very loaded statement. It's quite instructive to hear that the guy performed some rituals for him to get into the president's cycle until Achibata Guditsui. And he is quoting his words that are on social media. You remember the leakages of Wicknell Chivayo and his business associates, definitely being leaked by his business associates, that led to Mnangagwa punishing the business associates of Wicknell Chivayo. He goes on to say, usually when people who are not trained media personnel do such interviews, they expose themselves, and Tumbuzenene just did exactly that. Thanks for his love for attention. Some of us got a window to decipher a lot of things from that interview. His desperation is not lost. For a trained eye, Chivayo is panicking. He is desperate to be in good books with General Chiwenga. The question is why? It is because he knows the tables are turning, and there will be a new tenant in the State House soon. The other thing that Tumbuzenene revealed in the interview is that he is desperate to cleanse his money by purporting the money is legit. He claimed he does business with foreign governments, yet he has not known product he is offering to anyone. In his own words, he is just a commodity broker, hence he can't exhibit anything at ZITF. Because anoita zwese. He says, even if a government says it wants Gonyet Rematemba anomanya kutswaka, wow, does that make him a businessman or just a dealer? That claim also has to be interrogated thoroughly, since he is not known for making or supplying one thing. He doesn't specialize in any one commodity. Then how do government choose him as a supplier suppliers of choice? He can't answer that, because he supplies nothing known except a front for shadowy transactions by those in power. There are a lot of things that sprang out of that interview, which are very damaging, not only to Dumbuzenene, but to ED himself. His claim that he had an African government reserving a room for him in a hotel under the name Mr. Mnangagwa is as telling as it is revelatory. It shows that whatever he calls, he is ED's proxy. It just reveals that which ED has been trying to deny, that Dumbuzenene is ED's front. Otherwise, how is he mistaken for him being a Mnangagwa? It confirms the host would have spoken to ED about his visit, hence the assumption that he is a Mnangagwa. Anyway, Ngurube inozwi kanga nemafuta ayo. Thanks to those who give these fellas microphones, we now know more about these charlatans than we did when they were quiet. You see, it's quite important, especially when you are a so-called public figure, especially when you engage with journalists. Journalists are trained to try as much as possible to get or to siphon real information from you. There are quite a number of things that were said. Even the comments about retired General Chiwenga, I think I made it known how, in my view, they were insulting, because the men portrayed retired General Chiwenga because we know he has spoken about Zwikananda. And who are Zwikananda? Zwikanandas are Wicknell Chivayos. There are even songs and their pictures are mentioned as enemies of the state. And these people, we know they are allies of Chiwenga, and we know somehow they get the information through the channels that have been created or established by retired General Chiwenga. And they know it quite very, very well. But how do you explain someone then coming to say, you see, he was portraying an imagery to the people of Zimbabwe that, of course, this Chiwenga that you hear him speaking bad about him, I've done so many good things for him because I treat him as a relative. There is absolutely nothing untoward that I have realized between him and Mnangagwa. And also, he came to hire cars from me. Those cars, what I simply did, I said, no, you will not pay any money, because, and he reveals this, he attaches also the wife of retired General Chiwenga, that Minimalo in courts, she wanted to use all of those vehicles because she wanted to appear on state-of-the-art vehicles during, and also it gives an impression, it reduces, one thing when someone else goes to tell the members of the public that he played a role in terms of making sure my wedding was undertaken properly, in terms of donating all his cars and giving me $50,000 US during my wedding. In simple terms, that person is trying to say I helped organize his wedding. But what he is saying, it's an insult in my view. If you have helped me, you cannot then take it publicly and do it in such a manner. Apart from that, according to Jealous Mawarire, he is saying the man confessed a lot of things by saying he went and undertook rituals so that he could be close to Emmerson Mnangagwa. He has been quoted using this statement, saying, "Ndakati bata kuti tswi." Of course, Barakash is using that statement to try and, they are always used to do, sometimes they think things that they don't even like, very, very stupid things that endangers them, but they do it because they survive through that. That to them is an employment. It gives some of them cars. I understand there were some were given vehicles and some were not. Some were given the latest iPhones for actually the noise that they are busy making on social media. So in my view, I think I tend to agree that it was telling. That interview revealed a lot, because that guy is not an expert. That's why I was also asking, why would Mnangagwa permit him, especially to speak about very highly sensitive meetings, such as even the meeting of Cyril Ramaphosa? Why will he permit him? The revelations that he made about some rooms booked in the name of Mnangagwa, but those rooms specifically booked for him, that on its own, it is not doing any justice to the image of Emmerson. But does Emmerson Mnangagwa read such? I don't think so. Is there even central intelligence that organizes, that tells him the truth about the impact of this? Are there assessments that does so? I don't think so, because he is a man who wants to be told what he wants to hear, in my view, rather than being told what is real. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okancubu Mhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's connect.